Hello, welcome to Bragway TV. If you are new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. It is no news that Nigeria got her independence from Britain on October 1st, 1960. Prior to this, foremost Nigerians stood up to the colonial masters, which led to Nigeria's independence. So much has therefore been said of men that acted in this regard. The likes of Nnamdi Azikiwe, Anthony Enahoro, Tafawa Balewa, and several others are always mentioned, leaving behind women that were part of the movement. There are women who contributed immensely to the feat achieved as Nigeria gained independence. These women not only fought for independence, but also led political and socio-economic movements in the country. In this video, we want to talk about top 3 women who fought for Nigeria's independence. Number 1, Funmilayo Ransome Kuti. Chief Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, MON, was born on the 25th of October, 1900. Also known as Funmilayo Anikulapo Kuti, she was one of the prominent female leaders Nigeria had. She was a teacher, political campaigner, women's rights activist, and traditional aristocrat in Nigeria. She was the first woman in the country to drive a car. Born as Frances Abigail Olufunmilayo Thomas, she was the first female student of the famous Abeokuta Grammar School, which she attended from 1914 to 1917. She proceeded to further her studies in England and returned to become a teacher. The daughter of Daniel Olumiyiwa Thomas and Lucretia Phyllis Omoyeni Adesholu of the Jibo Taiwo family of the Egba clan earned herself the nickname Lioness of Lishabi due to her successful campaign against arbitrary taxes levied on Egba women. That struggle led to the removal of King Oba Ademola II in 1949. Funmilayo Ransome Kuti's political activism led her to being described as the doyen of female rights in Nigeria, as well as being regarded as the mother of Africa. She organized literacy classes for women in the early 1920s and founded a nursery school in the 1930s. She founded the Abeokuta Ladies Club, ALC, for educated women to do charitable works in 1942. She began the Social Welfare for Market Women Club to help educate working class women. This led to the formation of the first adult education program for women in Nigeria. She was one of the delegates who negotiated Nigeria's independence from Britain and also one of the first Nigerian women to form political parties. Funmilayo was honored with Member of the Order of Niger, MON, in 1965. Other honors include the Honorary Doctorate of Law in 1968 from the University of Ibadan. She also held a seat in the Western House of Chiefs of Nigeria as an Oloye of the Yoruba people. She married Reverend Israel Oladokun Ransome Kuti on the 28th of January 1923, the marriage that led to the birth of Nigerian activists Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Mbeko Ransome Kuti, and Professor Olikoye Ransome Kuti. Funmilayo is also a relative of Nobel laureate winner Prof. Wole Soyinka. She was, however, killed in 1978 when Nigerian soldiers attacked her son, Fela Anikulapo's Kalakuta Republic residence. Number 2, Hajia Gambo Sawaba. She was born Hajaratu Amateifo to a Ghanaian father and Nupe mother on February 15, 1933 in Niger State, Nigeria. Hajia Gambo Sawaba was a Nigerian women's rights activist, politician, and philanthropist. She dropped out of school at an early age due to the death of her parents. At 13, she was already married off to a World War II veteran, Abubakar Bello. At age 17, Hajia Sawaba had become politically active and used her membership of the Northern Element Progressive Union, NEPU, to campaign against underage marriages, forced labor, and also advocated for Western education. She went on to serve as the deputy chairman of Great Nigerian People's Party and was elected leader of the National Women's Wing of NEPU. In her capacity, she joined in the movement for independence. Hajia Sawaba's activism began from childhood, as she was often described as stubborn and heady and always got into street fights. She took over fights for weaker friends and relatives and later became a driving force for Northern women liberation with mentorship provided by Funmilayo Ransome Kuti. Sawaba was always a guest of security agencies for her views, which were against the prevailing values of Northern Nigeria in those days. She died in October 2001. Number 3, Margaret Ekpo. Margaret was born on July 27, 1914 in Creektown, Cross River State, to the family of Okuraso Obiasulo and Inyang Anemewe, giving her an Igbo and Efik heritage. Her education stopped as a result of her father's death in 1934, having reached standard 6 of the school leaving certificate. Her goals of further education in teachers training was as a result put on hold. Margaret then started working as a teacher in an elementary school. She married a doctor, John Udo Ekpo, a native of Akwa Ibom, in 1938. The couple later moved to Aba, the present-day Abia State, Nigeria. She had the opportunity to further her education abroad at Dublin Institute of Technology, Dublin, Ireland. she got a diploma in domestic science, and on her return to Nigeria, she established a domestic science and sewing institute in Aba. Margaret Ekpo started politics in 1945. Her interest grew as she stood in for her husband, who could not attend meetings meant to discuss the treatment of indigenous doctors by the colonial administrators. She later attended a political rally and was the only woman at the rally, which had Mbono Ojike, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Herbert Macaulay in attendance. She organized a market women association in Aba to protect the interests of the market women in the city. She used the association to promote women's solidarity as well as a platform to fight economic extortion and political rights of women. Margaret Ekpo joined the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons, NCNC, so as to fight for civil rights of women. In the 1950s, she also teamed up with Funmilayo Ransome Kuti to protest killings at Enugu coal mine, whose victims were leaders protesting colonial practices at that time. She was nominated by the NCNC in 1953 to the Regional House of Chiefs, and in 1954, she established the Aba Township Women's Association. The association later turned to a political pressure group that outnumbered men voters in the city's election. She won a seat to the Eastern Regional House of Assembly in 1961, which allowed her fight for issues affecting women at that time. After military coup ended the First Republic, she took a less prominent approach to politics. In 2001, Calabar Airport was named Margaret Ekpo International Airport. She died on the 21st of September 2006. Who have you missed out in this history? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.